Guys, welcome back to Tribe Talk. We are really excited today. We have one of our newest team members to Ember Tribe on the call with us, and we're really just excited to talk to him. He has some really great experience with building websites and also just a lot of years of experience with digital marketing and optimization. And I'm just really excited to talk to him today and just learn a little bit from him. So Dan, welcome to Tribe Talk.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Awesome. So where are you located? So everyone knows.
I'm based in Catasauqua, Pennsylvania. That's in the Lehigh Valley area, suburb of Allentown.
Awesome. That's a really interesting name.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. So today I hear you're going to be speaking to us about Facebook ad objectives and also some CRO and how we can best optimize for conversions.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just start up real quick with Facebook ad objectives. Lots of people come and say, when you meet a lot of people and you start talking Facebook ads with them, they always say, hey, I don't want likes and I don't want comments on my ads. I just want to make money. And then you have to re-educate them that really there's a lot that goes on around Facebook ads. And so you have to build objectives accordingly. For example, even if you're an e-commerce store and you think that the first thing to do is to optimize for purchases, which means that you think you just want to make sales, it's going to be very difficult for your ads to actually make any sales if you just go straight up and optimize for purchases. The one thing you want to always do is always start strong, get your brand known, build you have to build stuff that is more brand awareness first. I mean, you could always do this concurrently, but always remember that you need to always define your goals prior to starting any campaign, and your goal shouldn't always solely be sales. And that's one of the reasons that Facebook has, and Facebook continues to introduce different types of objectives for ads. Right now, we have objectives like we have lead page objectives where people actually fill forms and instead of just making a sale immediately. This is especially good for like B2B businesses because you might not be able to capture someone like with the first ad, but you get the person's email and then you're able to nurture the person as time goes. So different objectives also, there's what we call the page engagement objectives. These are very good because also you get people to engage with your brand, and then you can always retarget them with a different objective at some other time. So those are some of the, you always want to know what the best route to go when you start any campaign or when you start advertising on Facebook. It's always very important you don't just optimize, or you don't just say you want to convert for purchases or stuff like that. Sometimes even while you're an online store, you probably want to also convert for, say, view carts, or view content or add to carts. This is especially good when you know that you're not making like 5 to 10 purchases in a week. You want to do something that that Facebook is able to help you to optimize your ads. Facebook is able to help you to see how well your ads are doing, and then put it in front of the right people, the people that would actually give you great returns on your ad spend.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, obviously, like you want to get those conversions, you want to go to the bottom of the funnel, but you don't want to start there. Like you want to start at the top of the funnel with brand awareness and just nurture, like you said, nurturing those customers. So that's great. And I mean, how does that work as far as, I mean, obviously one of the ad objectives is for conversions and you want to get those conversions, but what are some tools? I mean, what about CRO can we do to like really optimize for conversions?
Right, yeah, CRO is always very important. I mean, especially when you start anything, you always want to optimize. You want to optimize two things, really. You want to optimize your ads and you want to optimize your landing pages. The one thing I'll advise is never do both at the same time. First thing, start off with optimizing your ads. And that's probably why we have things like, I mean, Facebook also now has things like A/B testing on their website. And this is where I come to say that A/B testing and optimization are two completely different things. A/B testing is just is just a small part of optimization. So there's so much that goes around optimization besides A/B testing. So before you go into A/B testing, other things you want to optimize for, you just want to understand your audience. So you want to optimize for, you're targeting different people, and you're checking out what works better before you now A/B test certain things. And when you A/B test an ad, please don't A/B test a landing page at the same time. What you want to do is test your ads first, find out what ads work, and then you test your landing pages. Now, the thing with optimization and landing pages, again, to A/B testing is not optimization again. For landing pages, you want to do several things before you start A/B testing. You want to check out the data, usually Google Analytics. You want to see what's working, where people are dropping off. Now you want to see what your low-hanging fruits are. Once you understand where your low-hanging fruits are, you now want to be able to see what the problem is. Understanding the problem usually takes using tools like Hotjar. You could also actually do user testing. There are a lot of user testing platforms. You could basically send a survey out to people and ask them what they would rather do, where they would rather click. With Hotjar, you could actually check where people are clicking, where people are dropping off. And then you could actually now decide on how to improve your landing page by building a variation. And then that's when you A/B test. So everything up until the process of A/B testing is still optimization. So sometimes you may not even be able to A/B test because you don't have the traffic for A/B testing. I'll always advise people to A/B test. You want to have at least 1,000 people landing on your landing page every week. At the very least, anything less than that, you will never get good enough results. So once you have that, if you don't have that number, you can still optimize your site without A/B testing. You do everything like the Hotjar. You do heat maps, you do recordings, you see how people are utilizing your site. Then you make improvements. And then you check your data and see how well your data is performing. And if it's doing better than the last time, then it means that you're doing something right. And optimization is a continuous process, both in the on the ad level and on the landing page level. You want to constantly test your ads, because even if you're doing a 3.3x ROAS, you always want to be able to do a lot more, and it's always possible. People do as much as 10 or 11 ROAS, and it's all about testing. It's all about improving. It's all about understanding what's working and what's not.
Yeah, wow, that's some really good nuggets there. I think it's awesome, like everything you said, especially about not test. I mean, you have so many ideas, you want to test everything, but you want to make sure that you can measure those and you know what's actually working. So that's really good. And thank you so much, Dan. I look forward to meeting you at our gathering. We're doing a retreat next week as Ember Tribe, so looking forward to meeting you and everyone else too. So. Thank you all for everyone who's been watching today, and we look forward to talking with you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.